On today's show, Lake Superior might be wide open, but its tributaries are iced up. We tackle the first fish of winter on a curious body of water.
There's an owl so white.
Ron Schara celebrates the holiday season in this general store, the place where Christmas trees come to life in Minnesota-bound fashion. Plus, giddy campers prepare for a long winter of snow and cold.
This is great.
We check out Minnesota's Winter Camping Symposium.
Minnesota Bound. Presented by Connecticut Water Treatment Systems.
Hey everybody, Laura, Millie, and I welcome you to today's very frosty episode.
We finally have safe ice, at least in a few areas of our state.
Yeah, which is why we're headed north to meet a writer and fishing guide who shares his secret first ice spot near a very big lake. Lake Superior's gales of November give way to December, and cold water inevitably becomes ice. The perfect environment for a rat.
I'm a river rat, man. I really am. True story. Oh gosh, look at that. Yeah.
Captain Jared Houston fishes with a serious sense of humor.
This is what we call the zebras of the ice. You know, it takes a little bit more talent to catch them when they're this size.
A fishing guide and outdoor writer who lives for his first fishing trips on first ice.
You guys see anything?
They're down there.
Down there, just gotta get them?
Just gotta get them.
It is Duluth. You never know what you're gonna get around here.
Here is the St. Louis River.
Fish, Austin. All right.
What's he got?
Nope, not there.
A strip of moving water that splits Minnesota and Wisconsin and empties into Lake Superior.
Show off.
They exist. Love it more than anything. Probably come to the river most because it's my bread and butter and I grew up on a river.
It's really a different fishery. You got all the current stuff you fish in a river. You got backwater bays like we're on now.
It's weird knowing, you know, Duluth's just like right there and Superior's right there because there's no houses on the shorelines or nothing, which is nice.
But you just have all the opportunities to catch nice quality fish and abundance of fish.
Today,
See him on the graph? That's a good sized crappie there.
Jared and his buddies focus on crappies.
Don't lose them, Jared. Ta-da.
Oh my God, I did it.
To have it right in town here, to be able to fish pretty much any species you feel like fishing, we're just super lucky.
For the first crappie of the season, that's kind of pretty, huh?
Oh, yep, that's the one. Woo! Now we're getting better. That's a fun little fish there, huh?
And in these first ice fish, a story.
Back to the resource. I feel like there's been a huge conservation effort amongst our community to make sure it's taken care of.
To understand is to go back to summer months where diggers worked darn near around the clock.
There were reports as early as the 1920s that there were toxic conditions in the St. Louis River.
Daryl Peterson of Minnesota's Land Trust keeps a close eye on the St. Louis River. A century of unregulated dumping and industry long ago polluted the river.
The sawmills would mill all the wood, then all these end pieces and all the parts that they would just dump into the river and leave. And the reason it doesn't degrade is because St. Louis River, the water is very dark, it's very cold, so there's not a lot of biological activity. Also, there's just so much.
That material choked the river and its fish. Partners continue to work to rehabilitate.
There are some great fish in this river. Yeah.
The proof
Fish!
in each bite.
There we go.
These fish, which provides first ice fun for all of us.
Another crop pie, Bill?
Yep. Not quite as big as yours, but clean up a river and this is what happens.
Next time you fish, take a chance.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Never know what you might find.
Old fish. St. Louis River.
I think you definitely have some magic from Lake Superior here, you know.
Bye, buddy. I feel like we haven't seen the end yet. I feel like it's only going to get better and better.
Coming up, we're off to the general store where Ron Schara wishes you the happiest of Christmas seasons.
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Connecticut Water Treatment Systems, Star Bank, Strike Master, and by Winnebago Industries. Be great outdoors.
We love the holidays and we love our canine companions. Ron Schara found a heartwarming Christmas tree adorned with dogs at the general store in Minnetonka.
At the general store in Minnetonka, there's a Christmas tradition you'll want to see. Every holiday is different, and so is the Christmas tree. Once upon a time, a year or two ago, the tree was bright and full of glitter, its branches adorned with Minnesota critters. Oh, looky here. There's an owl so white. Our state bird is here too. Wish I could sing like loons do. You see, this critter tree is special. Reminds us of nature and all who live there. Deer in the forest, or fawns that need care. Oh look, there's a shed antler once worn by a mighty buck. Only the critter tree brings us such luck. A bright red cardinal, a welcome sight to see in backyards and bird feeders and perched in our critter tree. What have we missed amid the boughs of our tree? Oh, more deer, more loons, another cardinal. There's that white old owl again. Oh my, how could that be? On our critter tree, some critters hang on every branch in the most unusual way. A wood duck with a black bear? What? A mighty moose on a mighty thin branch? Yikes. A fox or two ignoring a squirrel nearby? That makes no sense, don't even try. Any Minnesota critter tree must include a walleye, of course. Everybody knows that's our favorite fish, not to mention our favorite dish. Of all the general store trees to remember, there's one that's easy to find. Full of paws, bones, and doggies of every kind. Let's check the boughs to see what we can see. Oh, there's a bulldog and a corgi. And oh, a cute little Westie. A dog you may not know is the King Cavalier, a pet seldom seen. The king was a favorite of England's queen. Golden retrievers and golden doodles are pretty and so eager to please. Hey, Jack Russell, what you huntin'? Because we found you. My doggy tree favorite is the breed I once had, the beautiful and popular retriever black lab. Oh wait, what's this hiding amid the branches and boughs? Yikes, it's a cat! Don't move, kitty kitty. Let's go to the top of this special Christmas tree. Oh, look, it's Raven, the star of the show. Who else could it be? When it comes to our favorites, mixed breeds to rescues, show dog to coon hound, let us all howl together. Merry Christmas from Minnesota Bound.
Still ahead, we keep an eye on Minnesota's hardy winter birds. But first, a weekend festival of wool coats, wood smoke, and self-titled weirdos.
We relish this. We look forward to it.
Closed captioning provided by Clamshell Beach Resort.
A bone-chilling winter is inevitably part of life here in Minnesota. And this next story proves that if you live here, you might as well enjoy it. When was the last time you met people with ants in their pants?
Yeah, look at that. We got matching hats. Yeah.
A YMCA camp full of excited daydreamers.
Last year, it was raining like a son of a gun.
A community that likes to winter camp.
Because we're weird.
Every October, people from all over the place come to Camp Miller, home to Minnesota's Winter Camping Symposium.
The motto of this particular gathering is wood smoke, wool, and weirdos.
Laverne Flack drove all day.
9 hours and 45 minutes, that included my stops.
Takashi Asaka came from a bit further away.
Yeah, he's all the way from Japan.
There's another one of those Canucks over there.
A fall reunion, a ritual, a chance to peek at new gear and trade camping tips.
I was showing you this last time.
Yeah, I remember.
The symposium allows this crowd to dream of a dreadfully cold and snowy winter.
Yes.
If only it could come sooner.
You wouldn't believe how comfortable these tents are. On a cold evening, you get in here, you get this stove cranked up. It's really luxurious.
Good thing, too.
Yes, this is great.
Really? I mean, how cliche.
5-6 inches today.
The first big snow on the first night of winter camp.
It is cool. We've had some years in shorts, but waking up this morning, it felt like we were in our element. We relish this. We look forward to it. We sit around and celebrate this.
Dave Delafield.
We've carved a pothook.
Came from Canada.
Yes, that's right.
In sandals.
If you wear really breathable footwear, you actually stay a lot warmer. I find it quite comfortable, but I wouldn't want to wade out through the wet snow today.
Rob and Lonnie jump right out the storm in rather old school gear.
Yeah, this is pre-1840s, most of it. But we've been camping traditional style since about 2001.
My friends think I'm a saint for going with them.
This is the knot that you will use over and over and over again.
Symposium guests get a chance to learn new skills.
Go over and this way
there you
and
go.
down. Okay.
Like building snowshoes or sewing a simple gear bag.
It's the self-satisfaction of making your own equipment and your own gear. You take care of it a little bit better and you appreciate it. And if you wreck it, you know how to fix it. So,
Susan Chisholm
Let me try it.
weaves her way through a first pair of snowshoes.
And then you can pull her tight. Well, you can also pull it off, dear, but you don't. Not that tight.
Not that tight. I don't do knots well. This is really amazing.
Sure is. Summer camp-like fun for people who love winter.
And outdoors and playing outdoors, having fun is kind of the name of the game.
We are a fairly unique group of folks who just seem to enjoy winter in the woods more than anything.
The idea to not only survive, but thrive out in all of this. It's a Minnesota thing.
It is a prep for us. It is a celebration of what's to come, and apparently it came to.
Coming up next, an ode to Minnesota's winter birds.
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Onyx Hunt. Visit Brainerd. And by Totem Resorts, the premier destination for world-class fishing.
Have you ever looked outside on one of those very cold days and saw a lot of those little birds, yes, the chickadees, and wondered, how do they stay warm? What are they eating? Well, today you're going to meet a scientist who's been asking those same kind of questions. So small, so dainty, and so well dressed. A bird in tuxedo feathers, even a black cap. And they sing their name sometimes, chickadee-dee-dee. They're a welcome addition to any backyard bird feeder, fun to watch and fun to listen to. At times it seems as if they actually appreciate our winter handouts. The chickadee is not a wimpy bird. Even in wintertime, the hardy little bird hangs in there. Instead of heading south like other birdie relatives, it faces the wind chill like the rest of us. How can such a dainty bird survive snow and cold is a question we've all asked, but it's one that Jim Howitz has spent 20 years studying.
They survive the nights by roosting in appropriate situations and dropping the body temperature way down. So their energy use then is substantially less. They may drop their body temperature 20, 30 degrees. That's one of their big tricks.
Howitz is a professor of biology at Huron State University in South Dakota. He's never lost his infatuation with the bird's survival skills, especially after he went searching for their food.
If you look at the trees, there's nothing here. I mean, there's just nothing for them to eat. And I cut down branches and maybe find, on a good day, I might find 1/10 of a gram. And they can do that in 5 minutes.
Howitz also discovered that the chickadee is well tuned to its environment. If the woodlands are changing, the bird is adjusting nicely.
Since I started, the population's tripled. When I first came out here, for whatever reasons we'll never know, there were very few chickadees, maybe DDT. You see a lot of birds that have done the same thing.
Life begins for a chickadee in nest cavities, such as dead trees, where the eggs hatch in a mere 12 days. 3 weeks later, the young leave their nest.
When they leave the nest on, after 18, they can fly like mad. They can gain altitude maybe 10, 20 degrees, their first flight.
Howitz has hung around the bird long enough to imitate its sound, and sometimes he even gets an answer.
I'm getting there. And that's their standard song. It's very different from most other bird songs in that it's very simple.
We know the chickadees are just one more reason to keep those bird feeders well stocked, because in the winter months our feathered friends really do count on us. I talked to Tom Cosgrove, the bird man, about exactly what they like to eat, and he tells me that they really like these black oiled sunflower seeds. So find a mixture in your department store that has that, and all the birds in your backyard will be very happy. I'm Belinda Jensen.
The Shirk Boys always have the task of keeping the Shirk feeder full all winter long.
That is a good chore.
Yes.
Beautiful sight to see. Well, that about does it for us. We hope you join us next week.
In the meantime, Millie, what do we always say to people? That's right, introduce a kid to the great outdoors.
And feed the birds.
Transportation provided by Premier Transportation. Call 1-800-899-7433. To get more Minnesota Bound, including full episodes, go to mnbound.com. And to follow our latest adventures, like us on Facebook.